Hi dear students, after discussing hypothesis test, procedure for testing the hypothesis, different elements of the hypothesis testing. Now we'll understand there are certain decision errors in the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing using sample observations is based on probability theory. We make an observation of a sample and use it to infer the probability that some observation is true with the population, the sample, whatever the sample represents. Because we cannot make any statement about a sample with complete certainty. There is always that chance that an error will be made. When a researcher makes the observation using a census data, meaning that every unit, whether it may be a person or whether it may be an object in a population, is measured, then conclusions are certain. Researchers very rarely use a census. The researcher using sampling runs the risk of committing two types of errors. The two types of errors can result from a hypothesis test. What is that? The type 1 error. A type 1 error occurs when the researcher rejects. Remember well, type 1 error occurs when the researcher rejects a null hypothesis when it is true. The type 1 error when the researcher rejects a null hypothesis when it is true. The probability of committing a type 1 error is called significance level. This probability is also called alpha and is often denoted by the symbol alpha. Another error we have, that is type 2 error. We call it as type 2 error. This type 2 error occurs when the researcher fails to reject a null hypothesis that is false. The probability of committing a type 2 error is called beta and is often denoted by the symbol beta, mathematical beta. The probability of not committing a type 2 error is called the power of the test. So these two errors most of the times we observe at the time of the hypothesis testing. Dear students, with the equations and with the formulas, very easily we can calculate, because there is a sophisticated technology available where if you just input the data, you'll get all the by running in a formula or by running certain graphical user interface, you'll get the solution, you'll get the result. But how you are going to interpret that result is very, very, very important. As a researcher, we have to know certain decision rules. What are the decision rules? The analysis plan. In the previous session I have discussed about the analysis plan, which includes decision rules. Why? Because in the analysis only we are deciding whether we are accepting the null hypothesis or we are rejecting the null hypothesis. In practice, statisticians describe these decision rules in two ways: with reference to a p-value or with reference to a region of acceptance. What is this p-value? The strength of evidence in support of a null hypothesis is measured by the p-value. Suppose the test statistic is equal to S. The p-value is the probability of observing a test statistic as extreme as S. Assuming the null hypothesis is true, If the p-value is less than the significance level, we reject the null hypothesis. One more time. If the p-value is less than the significance level, we reject the null hypothesis. Another one, the region of the acceptance is a range of values. If the test statistic falls within the region of acceptance, the null hypothesis is not rejected. The region of acceptance is defined so that the chance of making a type 1 error is equal to the significance level. The set of values outside the region of acceptance is called the region of rejection. If the test statistic falls within the region of rejection, the null hypothesis is rejected. In such cases, we say that the hypothesis has been rejected at the alpha level of significance. These approaches are equivalent. Some statistics texts use the p-value approach. Others use the region of acceptance approach. Try to, because as you might have discussed in the business statistics based on the p-value approach, I advise all the students follow the p-value approach rather than the region of acceptance approach. With this, I think you might have gone through the basics of hypothesis testing, different types of errors. As a researcher, at the time of the analysis, we may face decision rules regarding the acceptance and rejection of the result. With these basics, definitely you are going to use these statistical tools for your empirical research. I request the students, please go through once again the p-based approach, p-value approach in your basics what you have gone through in the business statistics. So I hope you might have understood. Thank you.